U.S. nuclear submarine surfaces off Norway in rare flex.
Here's a summary of the article.
A U.S. Navy nuclear-powered ballistic submarine popped up in the Norwegian Sea this week in a rare show of force. The flex notably comes amid persistent tensions with Russia, which has been rattling the nuclear saber lately, and just a few weeks after Russia sent a naval flotilla, including one of its own nuclear-powered subs, to Cuba. Like the Air Force E-4B Nightwatch, the Navy plane is sometimes described, doomsday plane, as it can relay National Command Authority directives to U.S. submarines as part of the take charge and move out mission and fulfill looking glass obligations, which involves directing nuclear forces if the ground-based options are gone. The E-6B Mercury had been tracked flying an operation off the coast of Norway on Sunday, which Hans Christensen, the director of the Nuclear Information Project at the Federation of American Scientists, wrote on X, indicated forward operations with nuclear missile submarines. As the boomers, or ballistic missile subs, are an element of the U.S. nuclear triad, the U.S. Navy doesn't regularly reveal where they are. Deliberately revealing the locations of submarines also signals to Russia that American submarines are active in waters nearby, and it does so at a time when Russian subs are increasingly active in the Atlantic and even off U.S. shores. Russia made a show of having one of these vessels, the first-in-class Severodvinsk, surface off Norway in July 2022, and another one of these submarines, the Kazan, was spotted in Cuba earlier this month during a 5-day official visit.
This post received a score of 9,100, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Nice to see a submarine without a need for a tugboat to follow.
I think it's cool how it surfaced, proving that it's not just capable of one-way submersion, a substantially lower bar in watercraft engineering.
I feel like, when the crew of Moskva will read this comment, they might get a little upset.
You're assuming they can read. You're assuming they're breathing.
That one boat can carry up to 24 Trident D5 missiles. One missile can carry up to 8 W-88 warheads with a yield of 475 knots each. The bomb dropped on Nagasaki was 25 knots. And that's the unclassified stuff. I used to sleep between a couple of them and haven't done anything cool since, AMA.
Sir, Lieutenant Johnson is sleeping on nukes. There are most powerful weapons. Who could possibly undress them? No sir, he's physically sleeping on the nukes. Yes, they do put one's mind at ease.
Tee-hee, look at my Armageddon sub.
Feelin' cute, might submerge later.
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Who knows where I'll show up next? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Putin. Russia has nukes, you must take me seriously. USA. Surfaces a submarine.
Those submarines are really scary. They carry 24 Trident missiles with a range of 7,000 miles, 11,000 kilometers. Each missile has 8 nuclear warheads. They run off a nuclear reactor and only need to surface every 3 months for food. The US has 14 of them. Edit. I'm told the New START treaty has limited the amount of US submarine-launched warheads to 1,152, about half of the fleet's total capacity. Russia is allowed 576 sub-launched warheads but has 1,355 ICBM warheads compared to the US's 550. The treaty expires in 2026.
Had to look up a distance reference. That's a little further than Dallas to Cairo. So, yeah.
New York to Beijing, 12 time zones away.
Shooting over time zones is quite a bit easier when you launch over the poles.
Flexing they can have peanut butter delivered at sea while Russia is garnishing their submarine vodka brunch with diesel fumes.
This needs to be flexed like the ice cream barge of the Pacific Theater in World War II.
Put an ice cream barge in the middle of nowhere off the coast of Russia and just randomly have different subs surface for a cone before they go on their way.
Ha, I can just imagine working on one of the subs and grabbing a cone before the officer slaps it out of my hand because the point is to scare Russia, not actually enjoy the ice cream.
Greater than I can just imagine working on one of the subs and grabbing a cone before the officer slaps it out of my hand because the point is to scare Russia, not actually enjoy the ice cream. 100% that's how the fight started.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.